Hello everyone, this is Apple Prince Eric here. Welcome back to my channel. So, I know what they're gonna day that today is the update 15.0. So, this is gonna be the patch notes ever right now. So, this is gonna be the last update ever I wanted for it, because I'm really wanted to be retired to play World of Warships at the start of update 15.1. So don't worry, but I'll be right back up ahead soon. So after doing a problems. Okay, so be sure to subscribe my channel and click the bell on the notification icon. So I hope you enjoy for that, and let's get head out to the news. It's been a moment that I've been waiting for since for update 14.11 so far is almost right now 8-week duration. Alright, so let's get on to it. I know it's been a while for that right now. For everything done for is the mission agenda so far is the complete of the Santa's gift containers. Alright, so let's head on for the new year for a new update. Alright, the update 15.0 Pan-European Battleships. So the captains, update 15.0 kicks off the new year with new ships and new ways to stand out. Pan-European Battleships enters on early access, a Commonwealth unique historical commander joining the ranks, and new leaderboards and distinguished service awards gives you a more reasons to compete and prove your skill in battle. So jump in and get started for this new year. Okay, click the button above the next update articles published to receive your traditional bonus as always for a 1 day of the Warships premium account. Due to the installation of the update, the server will be unavailable at that time on January 15, about 4 hours duration. 4 hours duration takes place. Okay, click the claim bonus right now and don't forget whenever you need. Okay, so this is gonna be the final update on this matter because I really have to be retired to this game to start off for the play on the Nintendo Switch. Alright, so let's get on to this. But before we're gonna need to do some setbacks, we should gonna need to do this right now. Alright, let's get started. Alright, let's start off for the early access to Pan-European Battleships. Okay, so we got another 10 ships in this coming of the year 2026. Set forward to it right now. Okay, it starts on January 15 at about 3 a.m. and it ends on March 12, 3 a.m. with the release the update 15.2. A Pan-European battleship branches on enters the early access. Torpedoes, good concealment, and surveillance radar make an unusual mix for battleships. Some say to be like the Pan-European destroyer focused gunboat, but the Pan-European battleships enter the sets off for the early access. But her feature starting at tier 8 is going to be the surveillance radar consumable. A feat that ever used this a feat that ever used it again like for the Missouri. But as always for the tier 9 and the top tier ships that always useful ahead, the surveillance radar mod 1 that will take an advantage for increased duration of the surveillance radar consumable as always. Alright, the early access to the branch of the Pan-European battleship begin in this update. The line consists of these 7 ships of the historical and hypothetical. So the Yavuz Sultan Selim, Tegetov, Laudun, Chios, Enihetin, Gustav de Stor, and Tor. So we got 3 ships of the historical from the real life. So the Yavuz Sultan Selim, which is the Mokin class battlecruiser, originally from the German Empire as the SMS Goeben. Tegetov, the lead ship of the Tegetov class battleship, belonged to the Austro-Hungarian Navy. Next one is a Laudo, named after the Austrian general, but it is based on the Erzak Monarch class battleships. Chios, it is a well-known non-member of the Mackensen class battlecruiser, belong to the Imperial German Navy under the Lend-Lease Act of the towards the Kingdom of Greece. What if the scenario comes? Any Heten, Gustav Destor, and Tor are based on hypothetical designs for the Swedish designs, probably in the after the First World War, before the Second World War began. All ships of the branch are equipped with torpedoes with long range and good damage. The torpedoes become progressively stronger as the tier increases. Good concealment for battleships, as well as access to a time-based emergency engine power consumable from tier 5, will help you use those torpedoes effectively or quickly reposition where the situation demands it. The emergency engine power consumable is very similar to a premium ship, the Holland sister ship Småland. Smaller caliber main battery guns compared to most other battleships at similar tiers. This top tier Tor stands out as an exception, featuring 406mm guns with impressive ballistics. The first 10-tree battleship equipped with surveillance radar, starting available for tier 8. As always, for tier 9 to 10 ships, will be recommended for the surveillance radar consumable mod 1 in the second slot. Good armor but small HP pools, so their survivability leaves much to be desired. In dedication to the arrival of the branch, we prepared a permanent camouflage for Enigeten, Gustav Destor, and Tor. The more information about early access to pan-European battleships will be available in a separate article. Alright, the next one is the European Battleships Event Pass. Celebrate the arrival of the new line with a dedicated event pass, featuring pan-European theme rewards and 2 battleships from the branch. It starts from January 15, 3 AM until on February 12 at the same time, with the releasing update 15.1. To celebrate the arrival of this branch, we filled the event pass with pan-European contents, including 2 ships from the new branch. Among the rewards, you additionally find historical collection containers dedicated to the Commonwealth unique historical commander John Augustine Collins. We'll talk about him and the honor integrity virtual collection in the detail below. The first progression line can reward you with a new battleship, Take It Off, the Traditions of the North permanent camouflage for Holland, and times 18 honor integrity virtual containers. For the unlock the second progression line for 2.5k doubloons, and you immediately get the Traditions of the North permanent camouflage for Scone. With the second progression line unlocked, you can complete levels of both lines simultaneously either via combat missions or for 1000 doubloons each. Among the rewards of the second line are Cruiser Ellie, the premium ship, the Golden Age permanent camouflage from Split, and a new battleship Tier 7 Chios as a final reward. You might be remember about the permanent camouflage of the pan-European gunboat destroyer Split. That was featured 2 years ago for that right now, as I recognized. Okay, here are the full recent rewards based on the tables. And as for compensation, but you will be already acquired for the similar fate. For 1.5 million credits for Take It Off, the 4.5 million credits for the permanent camouflage Traditions of the North for Scone, 5.625 million credits for Traditions of the North permanent camouflage for Åland, 5.625 million credits for the Golden Age permanent camouflage for Split, 6 million credits for Chios, and 8.285 million credits for Ellie. But because already acquired about the premium ship Ellie comes from Salvage of Victory containers back in 2023, late in the Christmas season. Alright, the next one is the Honor Integrity Virtual Collection. Dive into the new historical collection and complete it to unlock a Commonwealth unique historical commander. A new historical puzzle collection has been added to the game, dedicated to the Vice Admiral of the Royal Australian Navy, Sir John Augustine Collins. He began his naval career during the First World War, and shortly after the outbreak of the Second World War, became the captain of HMAS Sydney, which he commanded during the Battle of the Mediterranean. Collins was later commanding Australian forces in the Pacific Theater, and he was present in the Tokyo Bay at the Japanese surrender ceremony in 1945. And after the war, John Collins will be continuing his career until his retirement. He died in the 1990s. The collection consists of 60 elements, which you can get from Honor, Integrity, Virtual Standard, and Premium containers. Complete the collection to get a unique historical commander, John Augustine Collins himself, as well as the achievement. In addition to the containers available in the first progression line of the event pass, there will be other ways to obtain Honor, Integrity, Virtual containers in this update. 4 leaderboards will reward players with these containers. A limited number of these containers will be available for 5 research points and elite XP in the armory. You can also get 1 container just by logging into the game during the update, and 4 more await you in free daily random bundles. So if you wanted to historical info detail about Sir John Augustine Collins, link down in the description below to see out in this historical profile. Alright, the new leaderboards. Okay, so the new system makes competition more open and rewarding. Compete in the new leaderboards to earn lunar tokens and get a head start in the celebrations coming in update 15.1. In this update, we're introducing a new leaderboard system that makes competition more balanced and allows every participant to earn rewards. How do they work? Instead of one large leaderboard, there will be multiple smaller ones. Each will have either 25 or 50 players who will compete only against others in their own group. This gives everyone a fighting chance to reach high positions within their groups. During this update, 4 independent leaderboards will be available, one for each week. You place in groups with players with similar gameplay activity over the previous 30 days. Each leaderboard will have its own rules regarding metrics used, available battle types, and ship restrictions. Also, each leaderboard will feature its own set of rewards. What are the main rewards? Everyone who participates in the leaderboards will receive a reward, and the higher you place, the larger the prizes. Among them, you will find the following: Honor, Integrity, Virtue containers, up to 44 in total. Lunar tokens to change for team rewards in the Neon Paradox event. This event is dedicated to our Grand Lunar New Year celebration coming in the future update. You can learn more about the event in our development blog. Alright, the most featured on the update 15.0 is a Distinguished Service Awards. Players ship better than most, earn a special award, and let both allies and enemies know what you're capable of. In this update, we're introducing Distinguished Service Awards that reflect your consistent performances at the helms of specific ships. Earn more average base XP than most players over a certain period of time with the same ship, and you get a Distinguished Service Award. It will be displayed on the post-battle results screen, as well as on your profile, serving as proof on your combat skills. The rules will be simple as follows. Distinguished Service Awards are available only in random battles for Tier 5 ships and above. Before you can start competing for Distinguished Service Awards, you need to fight for a certain number of qualifying battles. This will be, let us calculate your average base XP for the selected ship. There are separate Distinguished Service Awards for solo and division players, and they are displayed independently. You can have both types of Distinguished Service Awards at the same time. Both Distinguished Service Awards have 3 grades: Bronze, Silver, and Gold. The highest available Distinguished Service Award for each of the ships will be displayed. Once you earn a Distinguished Service Award, you can't lose it. Players with the Violator status cannot earn Distinguished Service Awards. More information will be available in a separate article. Now, another feature of the update 15.0 is the Fighters update. Fighters stop scouting and become better at fighting. Airstrike defense gets sharper, faster, and far more decisive. Our work on improving aircraft-related mechanics is ongoing. As part of the process, we're implementing changes to fighters to refine their tactical role. What has changed to do as follows. From now on, fighters will no longer spot enemy ships, but they will now be more effective against all airstrike types. Fighters can attack several enemy airstrikes in succession, but no more than 5. Fighters will engage airstrikes much faster than before, almost immediately once they enter the patrol area. One fighter attack won't be enough to eliminate an airstrike. However, it can do significant damage, making it easier for ship-based A defenses to finish off the threat. Additionally, since these changes significantly affect the gameplay of Napoli and the Black version, they will get spawning aircraft sharing the same slot with fighters. Fighter interactions with other types of aircraft haven't changed, so they can still engage them only once before leaving the battlefield. And now for another feature of the update 15.0 is the campaign improvements. With the release on this update, the campaign system is getting some improvements aimed at simplifying the completion process. Unlock access to the third slot for campaign tasks for players without premium account, so it's now available to everyone. For some campaign tasks, the list of battle types in which they can be completed has been expanded. The number of stars required to unlock the final task in some of the most challenging parts of the campaigns has been reduced. The requirements for several difficult tasks has been lowered. Okay, now one of the most waiting for the last part of this update was for Salvage for Victory, the French submarine Surcouf. It starts on February 5 at 3 AM until on March 12 at the same time, with the release of update 15.2. Take part in the Salvage for Victory event and work towards Surcouf, a unique armored surface-focused submarine. A new Salvage for Victory event will begin in the last week of the update, allowing you to exchange resources, gold, as well as rare and epic expendable economic bonuses for various rewards including new ships. The crown jewel of the event is a legendary French submarine Surcouf. If you wanted to show about the historical info detail about the French submarine Surcouf, link down in the description below. This exotic French building is one of the most unique submarines ever built. Surcouf is armed with four forward-facing torpedo tubes and two stern-based triple tube launchers. The latter are capable of firing on each side and have extremely good fighting centers, better than those of most destroyers. Her artillery comprises two 203mm guns and one twin turret, among the largest ever used on submarines, and these are complemented by the main battery booster and spotted aircraft for supports. She also the first submarine in the game with access to ASW airstrikes, and on top of that, she's equipped with improved engine boost as is typical for French ships. However, she lacks both sonar and acoustic torpedoes, meaning she has to rely on standard torpedoes only and has no way to engage submerged enemy submarines. She also lacks hydrobomb, her submarine surveillance has reduced parameters, and she's not very maneuverable. Note, the some of Surcouf's tools are only available at certain depths. Her guns and related consumables as well as stern launchers can be used only when she is surface, while ASW airstrikes can be used at surface and periscope depths. Surcouf is primarily designed to operate on the surface, where she can use most of her weapons and tools. Diving should be reserved for stealthy repositioning on tactical disengagement for the enemy. For the other ships that you can obtain during the event are the Tier 8 Marcantonio Colonna, a sister ship of the Francesco Caracciolo, a maneuverable battleship with accurate main battery guns, strong secondary armament and good concealment. Pan-Asian cruiser Narai Tier 8, a stealthy and rapid fighting cruiser equipped with smoke generator, hydroacoustic surge and emergency engine power consumables. And for Sadia S, a Soviet battleship, a heavily armored battleship with low detectability and access to enemy shells with high armor penetration capabilities. Oi! The next one is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles takes on the collaboration continues. In this update, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is officially returned to World of Warships. In the second episode, the four heroes in the half shell will be joined not only by the sworn enemies, Shredder and Krang, but also their closest friends, April O'Neil and Splinter, all returning, and new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles commanders are nationless, meaning you can initially appoint them to any ship of your choice, and they will adopt ship's flag and nation. Note that if you obtain any of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles commanders during the episode 1 from last year, they will keep their assigned nations. You'll be able to get all Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles commanders as well as Team Permanent Camouflage and other rewards from updated Pizza Time premium containers. During the update, you also have the chance to complete a small adventure to earn your choice of one of the following nationless commanders for free: Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael, Shredder, or Krang. The next part is the Commander Captain mod. It starts on January 15. With this update, Chaos meets the high seas. We're teaming up with the Martin Sitopants to bring his trademark brand of joyful mayhem to World of Warships. Stay on the lookout for the code reveal on our website and social media to begin unlocking Captain Mod and the Martin Sitopants permanent camouflage. You can also use community tokens in the armory to get all his unique content in one bottle or purchase the permanent camouflage separately. Plenty of ways to embrace Mod's nautical nonsense. The collaboration kicks off soon and will be available until in the next year's update in 2027. Hop to it if you wish. And now, as the Ruselian dockyard continues, from its previous update took place in the update 14.11, in this update, the dockyard Ruselian it continues. So, work on the building with the French battleship Ruselian in the dockyard continues, meaning you still have time to obtain this French beauty, a ship that, while fragile, is capable of dealing heavy punches. Halfway through her construction, you can also get a French light cruiser Montcalm. Building the French battleship Ruselian is a 20-pace process, and you can finish 80 of them by completing combat missions. The remaining 2 pages can be completed with doubloons, either individually for 3k doubloons each, or in starter packs that offer 2 and 6 pages for 5k and 12.5k doubloons respectively. Note that these packs are available only until you complete 4 pages via combat missions. The dockyard combat missions will be available until the end of the second week update 15.0. After that, you have 2 more weeks to finish building the Ruselian using doubloons. The dockyard will be removed from the port with the release of the update 15.1. So guys, the final page of the dockyard combat mission will be available with the release of the update 15.0. But the deadline for that takes place in January 29 on the second week. So the docket itself will be ends up with the release of update 15.1. So that was part of my mission agenda so far. But we're still having to claim for it right now. Okay, the unique upgrade balance changes on as follows. So one of these new feature contents. Based on the combat statistics and player feedback, we're applying changes to unique upgrades for the following ships are Kremlin, Christopher Colombo, Hindenburg, Republic, Gaudin Liu, Petropavlos, Daring, Harugamo, Grossovoy, Say-52, Elbing, and Wang Yang. You can find the full list of changes in the dedicated dev blog. Now, the next part is the ranked battles. We're starting off with the new ranked battle season. But officially, that I will be retired for the ranked battles simultaneously in this part. So I'm getting frustrated for the long time that I really wanted to supposed to be for Gold League more than ever. But this is gonna be the hardest part for the rank and file positions ever be made of. So it's technically for the grind. But in this update, effectively, I will be retired for the ranked battles starting in this new season. For the ranked battles starting in this new season takes place with the releasing update 15.0 at 10 AM until the ends of the March 12th at 1 AM. So the 27th season of the ranked battles begins in this update. For the Bronze League takes on 7 vs 7, we got tier 7 ships. We got no more than 4 battleships, 4 destroyers, and 6 cruisers. For the Silver League, we got tier 8 ships in the 6 vs 6 format. There will be no more than 1 submarine or 1 aircraft carriers, 3 battleships, 3 destroyers, and 5 cruisers. And for the Gold League, meanwhile, we got a 6 vs 6 tier 9 to 10 ships. There will be no more than 1 submarine or 1 aircraft carrier, 3 battleships, 3 destroyers, and 5 cruisers. In this new ranked battle season, the rule for keeping a star in the event of the loss for the same for all leagues. Only the top base XP earners of the losing team keeps a star, will really similar for this current Grand Battle season. Alright, the Clan Battle Season 32 rages on. So the current Clan Battle Season, codenamed Pelican, continues. In this update, it has the following format and restrictions. So the Clan Battles takes place at the start on the 14.11 update. So the format will be taking place in tier 10 ships 7 versus 7. The gaming sessions are available on Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday. The restrictions is the only battleships, destroyers and cruisers are allowed, no more than one battleship per team. They cannot be taken into the battles though the part of the 10 ships, and including the newly ships will be unavailable at the time. But a team may have only one of the following ships. We got Ohio, St. Vincent, Cristoforo Colombo, Wisconsin, Brisbane, Sueya, Petropavlos, Gans and Marceau. For ships that have analogs, for example the Black Friday ships or collaboration ships, restrictions will be applied automatically if they apply to the original. You can find more details in the game client. As for brawls, starting in this update, we're going to make it out for the reinstated for the most of the time. Having brawls for a long time since they don't participate in for the time, but this update will be right now to be taken on reinstated. Alright, the first brawl begins taking place on the next week. Now, in this update, the 3 new brawls in different formats awaits you. The first round of brawls takes on 3 versus 3. We got 3 tier 10 ships, no more than 2 destroyers per team, and no aircraft carriers or submarines allowed. For the second brawls, we got the tier 8 ships 4 versus 4, no more than 3 destroyers per team, and no aircraft carriers or submarines allowed. And for the third round of brawls takes tier 9 ships, we got 3 versus 3. As always, the maximum size of the division is equal to the maximum size of the team in respective brawls. Okay, now the updates to the asymmetric battles. The current iteration of the asymmetric battles continue, and we're extending them until we release the update 15.5. From update 15.0, all the maps have received versions with tweaks to HP pools and damage output of the bots. With these tweaks, battles will become a bit more challenging when you play higher tier ships, while teams playing tier 8 ships and below will find battles a bit easier. These versions are available alongside standard ones, though the chances of getting them are not high. Okay, for the ship rotation, with the regular rotation, a group of ships have been temporarily removed from the armory and put in a shop, with another group taking its place. You can find a full ship list in the update 14.11 article. Note that Nottingham will not be included in the rotation and will remain available on a permanent basis. Alright, the content additions and changes as follows. The Pan-European Commander Ivan Surcouf with individual voiceover. The Grand Trial Winter Pace Flag and Grand Trial Winter Pace Patch. Unfortunately, that I didn't want to participate in for the public test. The reason for that is going to be retired. With the release update 15.2, the contents of the Hearts of Oak standard and premium containers will be changed. Because of that, in update 15.1, these containers will be automatically open for all players who have them on their accounts, so players will obtain the current rewards from the containers before changes apply. The ships that are coming for the testing, we got the Fuel May, a member of the Sarah class cruiser, Aberdeen, the British tier 9 light cruiser, and Tony Jean, a Dutch tier 10 submarine, were added for testing by developers, volunteers and community contributors. And for the last but not least, we got some other changes on the list. So I hope you enjoyed for that I read for the entire contents of the update 15.0. Leave the like and leave the comments down below. But as I suggest for the part for this moment is about the Salvage for Victory Surcouf. So I will be decided to take an extended moment for that time to play on World of Warships until at least the update 15.2. So that is why we're gonna get in for the last part of it is the Salvage for Victory Surcouf, the long awaited for this moment to come, aka the submarine. That was going to be the next testing part of it. So I will extend it to play for World of Warships at the some time until the update 15.2. So good luck for that. I really have to waiting for the Surcouf right now. Okay, so I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy for that my latest my about the latest patch notes, the update 15.0. But I hope you enjoy for that starting on Thursday this week. So we're gonna have to be waiting for the play for almost 6 years right now. On about that reason that I really wanted to play for the Nintendo Switch, and there's a reason for that. I really wanted to play for the Pokemon or Super Mario as well. So that is why I very so far to achieve that milestone from 2020 to this year in the 2026 so far. But World of Warships is pretty much fun loving game ever, more than competitive. But these are the facts of the real life ships, including the hypothetical and the based on the true ships. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed for that about my latest update so far, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and click the bell on the notification icon. We see you right now on the update 15.0. So let's get on to it, guys, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you see you guys in my next video. Peace out, guys.